today we are going to be doing a part 2 on juicy Q&A questions that you guys wanted to know about me. The part 1 is actually uploaded on my channel already, so if you guys go back to that video, you'll see at the end I was actually getting into some other kind of questions and my camera actually caught off on me. So today we're going to dive into part 2. So as you guys can see, I have my cafecito ready and I have my makeup ready, so I'm going to be doing my makeup and answering some juicy questions you guys wanted to know. Before I ramble on, I do have my laptop and my other mirror I'm looking at, so if you guys see me looking the other direction, I am looking at my notes and my mirror. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you guys can join our familia because we are almost to 500 subscribers. And let's get into the video. So if you guys go back to the last video, the last question I was actually answering was, what is an interesting fact about me? And I actually want to share a couple. The interesting questions I shared in the last video was that I was actually in karate for several years. If I can include some pictures, I will include them here somewhere. I was actually in karate for a while. I got to a purple belt. I was always involved in some kind of sport growing up, but let me look for my other brush. But with karate, I kind of was in it because my parents had enrolled me and I did enjoy it, but after a while it just wasn't for me anymore, so I did stop at purple belt. Another interesting fact about me is I actually went to boot camp when I was 8 years old because my parents thought that I backtalked a lot. So they literally dropped me off one day. I remember going to this parking lot and I was like, why are we going to this parking lot? And they gave me a phone and they were like, you know, and if anything happens, you can text us and our contact is in there. And I was like, why are they telling me this? And I thought we were going to like nature or something, or gonna take a walk. And all of a sudden they say, I'm sorry, you're gonna stay here for a week. And I remember staying there for a week. I remember when I first got into like the boot camp, it was like a Young Marines boot camp. So if you guys remember Young Marines boot camp, let me know down below in the comments. But it was a boot camp and I want to say Mason, Ohio, or in that area. And it was actually like something that had been going on for years. Looking back, I learned so much in that boot camp, from, you know, just like physical fitness to diet to we had to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning. We had to learn like survival instincts. We had to learn CPR. It was really educational, but looking back, I was so confused on why I was getting dropped off when I was 8 years old. So the next question is, where do I currently work? I answered this question before, but I do want to answer it again. I'm actually going to go in with bronzer now. I'm going to add just a little bit of concealer and now I'm just going to go in with a little bit of bronzer. I actually run my own marketing agency. I moved to Arizona, Phoenix, about 8 months ago. I started my own company 3 years ago, and I always worked in corporate like 9-to-5 jobs or admin places. It was actually only my second call center at my last 9-to-5 because before that I worked at Macy's customer service. And then before that, I used to work always in food. I know a lot of people work like in, a lot of people have like a niche, like they work in either food or retail. But for me, it was always food just because I had helped my dad for so long in his restaurant. And that was what I was most comfortable with. So I would always work as a hostess, or I would work like at the very end of like my food career. I would work as a server, but it was usually as a host. Kind of goes into the next question you guys had, but the next question was, what was my first job ever? So like I said, my experience has been mainly in food. My first job ever was actually at Kings Island. I remember I was one of the games associate for the kids section. If you guys ever went to like the kids like section in Halloween, they had these activities for the kids where they used to like pay $1, pay $2 for these little games like they had in the adult section. It was really fun. That was actually a really fun job because it was just so fun. I was playing games with the kids all day long. But that was actually my first job. I worked at Kings Island. So I told this story before on a YouTube video, but I actually dropped my blush, you guys, like 2 weeks ago in the toilet. So instead of blush, I'm just gonna go straight into highlighter. So I'm going to go in with this MAC palette that I have. It is a highlighter. I don't know what it's called. You guys can see that some of it is missing, but I'm going to go in with like the most gold highlighter. Down below if you guys want a more detailed get ready with me, because I know I'm answering questions, but especially for highlighter. I always pick the glowy ones because the lighter ones always look horrible on my skin tone. Next question was, you guys got really juicy, was am I single? And the question is no. I am in a happy relationship with my boyfriend of 3 years. We actually met at my last corporate job, and then he actually started his business, and it was crazy because the year we met, it was also the year that my dad had started his business, his last restaurant. And I remember helping my dad in the restaurant a lot. And so I was almost already like in the business aspect. I just didn't know it. And I remember when I met him, he started his business like really shortly after. And then after that, he just convinced me to start my own business. So shout out to him. The next question was, I didn't even finish sharing my interesting facts about me. Let me go back, you guys. So some interesting facts about me were obviously that I went to karate, I went to boot camp, but another interesting fact about me, if you guys pay attention to my ears, is that one of my ears I was born with like one of my ears like folded forward. I don't know if that makes sense, you guys, but if you guys look at my ears, this one has like this little structure right here. And then this one just doesn't. This one just kind of like bends over. And I remember my mom would tell me this story when I was younger, but she used to tell me that when I was born, because this year didn't go backwards, that she would literally put tape. She would literally put tape to try to see if it would stick back and do anything. And it's just so funny because Hispanic people love to do just out of the box things, and it was just so funny. For example, like another Hispanic thing that we do is, I don't know if you guys have heard about this, but whenever you're a baby, we have like a tradition that whenever their hair grows out, I think like up to like a year, you cut all their hair off, or you basically make your child bald so that way the hair can grow back better. But it was just so funny how she thought that would work, and it clearly didn't, you guys, because look at my ear. So I think those are all the questions. I really didn't have any more questions. If you guys want a part 3, let me know down below and drop down some questions because your girl is out of questions. But let me know down below if you guys enjoyed this video. I actually love doing these get ready with you guys videos because I can do my makeup, I can answer some questions, and also film a video. I'm actually going to be filming a couple more videos after this video. So I'm just ending this look off with some mascara, and then I'm going to put on some lipstick, but I don't have any other questions from you guys. If you guys want a part 3, like I said, leave the questions down below, and I'm going to end off this look with some lipstick, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, you guys.